Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to the Spicy Ramen Podcast. Sit back, relax, and prepare to serve.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Spicy Ramen Podcast, where you have the best and best of the Black Otakus giving their reviews, synopsis, and just whatever they got going on the number one podcast, the Spicy Ramen Podcast. I have my boy Shaq with me, and of course, welcome back JP on his long month stint away from the pod.
It's 2 weeks. What's up, everybody?
So I know you was on, short-term disability, but how you been, man?
Man, I've been good. Just chilling, playing Pokemon on the Switch, and working. And don't let Justin be a dickhead and confuse you guys. I was gone on a fight trip, and then the week before that one, I worked 80 hours that week. So I was just a little busy. He making it seem like I was on disability or something.
Don't mind me. I'm the hype train of the group. Don't mind me.
Troll.
What's going on with you, Shaq? What you got up? All right. Well, I got my results back from my first app send out, and I came in fourth out of, I think, 250 people.
Damn.
Yeah, but it's no money for fourth place. So it was a good experience. I got a lot of reviews. They're supposed to be meeting with me next week for a lot of people who are still wanting to possibly invest. So we shall see how that goes. But yeah, that's what I got going on for me. And yes, I have officially joined the Pokemon world back again, like I never left. It's only been about a decade, but
same here, man.
Yes. And we're trying again to get back into it. If you have any tips, any people who want to take them L's, please hit up Shaq.
You can be able to hit me up later. Give me about two months.
Yeah, give us about a month or two. We gotta understand all this shit. Yeah. Because I got smacked by a cotton ball yesterday. I was like, oh,
The Wooloo.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it was called. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm old.
Bruh, some of these it's different getting on Pokemon and then seeing some of these new ones. It's like, where's Oddish at? Where's Rattata?
Yeah. Like, I still remember where you had to trade to get Gengar. Like,
oh yeah, they did have some weird rules. Like, to get a Machamp, you have to trade them or something.
Yeah. It was Machamp, Gengar, and
There's a lot of them.
Or Karaba. Kadabra, I think it was. Kadabra.
And it's like, man, I didn't have friends that had Game Boys. I didn't even have a Game Boy.
Especially when you had to do it by USB.
Oh, yeah.
But I did play Let's Go Pikachu, and I'm good in that. Y'all can send me the request for Let's Go Pikachu. I'm here for it.
But, hey, bro, ain't nobody on Let's Go Pikachu, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's Indigo League all over again with some new Pokemon.
I'm telling you, everybody's on Sword and Shield right now. If anyone's on Pokken Tournament, let me know. That one's fire.
That'll be the next one I get. That'll be the next one.
Pokken Tournament is fire.
Oh, and shout out to Black Pokemon trainers. They helped us get back on it.
Oh, but who sent you the invite? Okay.
Yeah, Shaq put me on. I gotta give credit where credit's due.
He put both of us on because he was talking about it. I was like, a word? Nah. Yo, writing it down. I was like, all right, I'm going to check that out. And then I started watching all these YouTube videos on it. And I was like, all right, I'm getting it.
Yeah, I knew it was serious when he brought it up at GalaxyCon. And shout out to GalaxyCon, too. I know they won't be coming here this year. That's kind of tragic how that whole played out. But shout out to GalaxyCon, too. When they came this past year, I was like, when he started answering all them Pokemon questions, I was like, all right.
Well, I was on fire during the Pokemon trivia. I was on fire. Like everybody was just like, yo, this dude is a fucking whiz. And I had a major flex. It was a major flex.
His doctorate degree was showing real bad.
What were they asking?
Like, he was asking, like, well, some of the questions was, like, kind of basic, but it was, like, I think only 3 questions that, like, everyone really was stumped on that only I knew. Like,
I was like, I got a walking Pokédex next to me. I'm good.
No, so one of the questions that everyone was stumped on that no one knew but me. This is how I knew Pokemon was too involved in my life. The question was when is Mewtwo's birthday?
What?
Yeah, like everyone looked around and was like, this nigga got a birthday?
What was it?
So the answer is February 7th. Because like in the old video games, I know also if you look at Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green, it's one of the levels where you're in one of the laboratories that talked about the research for Mewtwo. It's a diary that talks about February 7th, whatever, Mewtwo was born. And it pretty much talks about the day he got they finished the experiment for Mewtwo. Everybody else, like the people who actually were trying to answer the question, I wasn't even like selected to answer the question. I was in the audience. And I just knew it. And the people who were trying to figure it out, you hear people in the background going, "It's December 25th. Mewtwo's Jesus." That joke was remixed. And then like once I told, and then like the dude who was hosting it, he looked at me and he was like, "I think you know the answer." I was like, "I do, but I don't want to say it."
Yeah, I look like Luffy going over war plans the whole time.
Bro, I had a major nerd flex during that. That was fun.
Nani?
I was like, all literally, three of them dots was like straight across.
Right?
Literally, that was
with the purple on the forehead.
Yep, right. Yep. Steam and everything. But getting into our episode, we are continuing our March Madness. If you're listening to this, chances are you have already heard Heroes Rising review. We are doing it a little bit different now. We are deciding instead of doing a full, complete breakdown because there's so much spoiler, we're going to do just 2 reviews or 2 recaps of movies that we really loved. And I can start it off with one of them, and I'm surprised that they didn't bring it up. It's the #1 movie ever made to me. In anime, period. I don't think there's a #1 movie that could even compare to it.
It's on my list.
It's Princess Mononoke. Mononoke, yeah. Princess Mononoke.
I'm about to say, you gotta rehearse saying that, man. It's gonna be somebody hitting your ass up on the comment section. Somebody, bro, you gotta, man, I'm telling you.
Technically, it's Princess Mononoke Hime, but... You know.
Mononoke.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you have that argument with whoever's getting ready to troll you in the comment section. All right. I can
Princess Mononoke.
Fucking noob. Can't even pronounce your name right.
Now, this 1997 movie is by far the most... And I think we talked about it in a few episodes ago.
We probably have.
But this was the movie for me that made me even want to watch anime movies. Like, this... Not getting into the details of it, but the reason why I chose this movie is because of how well every piece of this movie was, from every statement that was made about life, and how there was no real bad guy in the movie. Everybody had some form of pain. Everybody had some form of gain, some form of something to explain why they were doing what they did. There's only one bad guy, and even him, he's not really a bad guy. He was just doing his job. And again, this is like the no spill the juice explanation of it. The reason why I chose it again is because the animation is top to none. I still, even now, with the animation that we have out today, I think it still competes with some of the movies that are being produced. Just an elegant, beautiful, gory at times, sad at times, funny at times movie. And one of those where it is a gem that lasts decades. What did y'all think of?
No, that's definitely an anime movie classic. Like, you can't mention anime movies without bringing that up. You know what I'm saying?
I loved that movie as a kid. It's like I haven't watched it in a while, but I know that's like that was one of those classics. They put it on for some reason. That little white dog or whatever she would ride on always remind me of Never Ending Story for some reason.
It's like a ripoff from that, though.
That's what I was about to say. I was like growing up, I was like, that kind of reminds me of this, but then you get older and realize it's like, damn, they ripped off anime again.
Yeah.
That's just like Lion King is a ripoff.
Of White Kimba or Kimba?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a ton of classics that we could probably bring up that is eventually remade by somebody else in America or some Western something. But I think this is the only movie that no one could truly remake and capture the essence that this movie made. But again, I think that this movie, you can get it on, I have it on Amazon Prime right now. Don't give me the line. Let me actually look it up. Yep, no, you can find it on YouTube, Amazon. Yeah, it is on Amazon Prime and Google Play. Please, if you get a chance, if you ever want to just chill, you want to have a good date at home, this is one of those movies to watch. Who up next for a movie?
I will jump. No, go ahead.
Not all at once.
Why do we
take your time? Take your time.
I was gonna say we always end up doing that.
Let's shack you up.
All right, cool. So, with continuation of the Pokemon hype train we had a little bit earlier, I'm gonna bring in. You already know I'm about to bring in Pokemon, the first movie, aka Mewtwo Strikes Back.
Amen,
man.
And I didn't want to take it because I was gonna choose that, but I was like, nah, let me not do that.
Yep. So this one, I believe this one originally came back in 1998. Pretty much for those, I shouldn't have to say for those who haven't seen it, because I feel like whoever's been listening to our show has at least seen Pokemon the first movie, if any of them, because we all know the Pokemon franchise have a shit ton of movies. But the most memorable ones is the first one, Mewtwo Strikes Back, which pretty much talks about one of the most famous and I would say iconic, legendary Pokemon, Mewtwo, and pretty much how. And I'm not going to go into full details of it, but the full idea of this concept of life and how you use the life that's given to you, regardless of how you came into the world, with his struggles with his own mental struggles of being a clone of another Pokemon, which is Mew and all that good stuff. And then, having a lot of iconic scenes in that movie with like Ash being that one guy, instead of telling his Pokemon to attack, he tries to swing at a psychic legendary Pokemon, which we all know was retarded. And then, also continuing in his retardation, wants to jump in the middle of an attack that two psychic legendary Pokemon are having, and jump into the middle of it, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be okay with this." Which we all know, if it wasn't for the power of the pen, he should have died.
Oh, he did die.
But yeah, this definitely was a very, like, when the movie released, this was like a big deal. Like, everyone had to see it, no matter how old or how young you were. If you were a fan of Pokemon, you had to see this movie. And it had like a little mini movie before it with like a little Pokemon adventure with Pikachu and all of Ash's and Misty's and Brock's Pokemon at a Pokemon park or something like that. And it kind of also introduced some new Pokemon that goes into the next generation, was Gen 2, the Johto region Pokemon. They introduced a few of them in that first segment as well. And like I said before, this was the beginning of the Pokemon movie franchise that continues on even till now. I think last year was the most recent Pokemon movie that came out. And also, for all of those who have Netflix accounts, no matter how you obtain those Netflix accounts. They have recently just this past month on Pokemon Day have released a 3D reboot of Pokemon of the Pokemon movie, which is rephrased Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. So it's the same rendition of the first movie, just with a 3D modeling instead of the 2D animation from the previous movie. I've seen it myself. It's pretty good. The 3D stylings is really nice to see Pokemon in that 3D art scheme and everything. A couple of scenes, a couple of lines are cut off and changed a little bit, but it's not too bad. But it's really awesome to see Pokemon like Mewtwo in that 3D styling in action. So all of those who have not seen it, recommend. If you're not a Pokemon fan, I don't know what's wrong with you.
I need to see that.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially seeing armored Mewtwo when he has a little psychic armor and stuff like that. Oh, that junk is fire.
Yeah, Harmony saw the 3D version this past weekend, and her favorite word now is Pikachu. So
she has to go back and see the other one. You gotta teach her. I know. I know. Me and Justin was talking about this one day. And I was telling him like his daughter has to make the choice. JB,
yes, she will be making a choice. Y'all can actually, I'll put it on YouTube Live, so everyone can see the choice that she makes. It's going to be between the original 3 and Pikachu. So I don't know if I really want to put Bulbasaur on there because I'm not a fan of Bulbasaur, but
you're gonna
I might
have to
do it.
You have to though, like you have to.
Yeah, Bulbasaur was never cool like that.
Yeah, I mean. He was the.
My girlfriend just turned around looking mad.
Hang around.
Yeah.
She just turned around and looked at me with disgust.
Is she a Bulbasaur fan?
Yeah, she's a Bulbasaur fan.
So it's okay.
I'm sorry for her loss.
It's okay. It's okay.
We all know Squirtle and Charmander were the real stars.
Yep.
Squirtle is the hero of the lower class. Wartortle is the hero of the middle class, and Charizard is the big boy.
Nah, chill.
Right?
Blastoise A1.
And then didn't Ash give him away?
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah.
Nah.
Man did all that to get him and then gave him away.
He didn't give him away. It's just that, like, he left him at like a, hold on, because my professor hat now. I believe it's either the Johto series or Hoenn. No, it's Johto. He left them at like this island.
Have you heard about Lord and Savior Johto?
I'm not starting with you. But no, Ash left Charizard in a mountaintop where like all Charizards are trained at. So like Charizard can get better, and every once in a while during the series, he would call that place to have Charizard fly to where the hell he was, so he can fight or whatever. He reappeared in a couple of other series as well. All right, that's enough of that.
Because Charizard was the man. He was like, "Fuck this, I'm out. I'll be back."
Charizard was always the coolest to me.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was always weird to me that he was the most dragon looking,
but he's
but
not
then
a dragon.
he wasn't a dragon.
What did they call him? I forgot what it was.
He's fire flying.
It's fire.
That's fire. That's fire. I don't have a name, nigga.
I'm Charizard.
I'm
nigga.
Charizard. All right, that's my type. That's my type.
But you're not a dragon.
You know what type I am? Fire.
Man's not hot. Man's not hot.
Man's not hot.
Man's never hot.
Big man
Even if you put out my fire, man's not hot.
Man's not hot. Big man Charizard.
Top 5 Pokemon. Charizard.
The
greatest rappers alive. Charizard. Spit hot fire.
And side note, all this Pokemon talk, I might have to put Show Food down as our intro next week.
Say what? But yeah, man, yo, let me tell you something. When it comes to the black Pokemon community, Shofu name come up, bro. Every time. One time for my homie Shofu. And one time for Shofu to beat down. If y'all don't know him, y'all got to.
And shout out to everybody who's streaming and stuff, and interviews that we've done, conversations that we had. If we haven't shouted y'all out directly, we apologize. Put it on our heads, not our hearts. But we got love for everybody in our world. any otaku, any wafu, whatever you want to call yourself. We appreciate y'all as long as y'all love this thing that we call anime the same way we do.
Yep, Fox.
But JP, what's your first one?
All right, so my first one is a movie that not a lot of people have seen, but it was one of my favorite movies growing up, and it's Fatal Fury, the motion picture. And if you guys aren't familiar with Fatal Fury, it's a fighting game that I think is better than Street Fighters. It's from SNK. It's extremely popular in Japan. It just didn't make its way out here same way Street Fighter did. But it's popular enough to be in Super Smash Brothers.
Yep.
One of the characters from there, the main character, Terry Bogard.
Yup.
Was added into Super Smash Brothers, I think via some expansion pack or something like that for characters.
Yep.
But this movie is it's not based, it doesn't go aligned with the video games, which I kind of liked. It just was its own little story. And so pretty much like a brief summary, there's this dude named Laucorn. He's trying to find the pieces of armor to give the person the power of Mars, the god of war. And so this girl Laucorn has a twin sister, and she's like scared that he's going like nuts and getting like power hungry and losing himself in the armor. So she goes and finds pretty much the main characters of the Fatal Fury saga. So it's Terry Bogard, Andy, his brother, and then Joe Higashi. Fun fact, Joe Higashi is actually what got me into Muay Thai and at least being interested in it, because I was like, yo, this character is wild, kind of funny, crazy. So that's how I liked him. And then, and I think Shiranai, I think Shiranai is her last name. And fun fact, if you guys play Samurai Showdown, I think she's the great-granddaughter or granddaughter of the ninja Hanzo.
Oh.
So there's like a connection
That's
between
something
the two?
that yeah, it's all the same company.
Oh, yeah, okay. Cool.
That's fire.
Yeah. So pretty much all them people, they go and find Laucorn and try to beat him before he causes a lot of, I guess you would say, like a calamity in a sense. And the movie is dope. Like one of my favorite movies. I think one of my other favorite characters, his name was like Kim something, Taekwondo dude. He made an appearance in this movie as well. But yeah, that Fatal Fury is one of those movies that I always loved. I always loved SNK. I kind of grew up on that a little more than Street Fighter with like the Nat Geo games and all those things. So when I got to see it in a movie, I was super stoked, and I was kind of the only one that really knew what Fatal Fury was in my school at that time.
Yeah,
most people weren't as big.
You killing my second movie, but all right.
This is gonna spark my second one, because I already know my second one is gonna be around his ballpark.
Yeah, no, I'm right up his alley too. Dang.
Alright, but yeah, that was my movie, and you guys should go and check it out.
Oh yeah,
that's definitely sound dope. I think I gotta check it out only because I only played the games. I didn't know they came out with movies. So this is dope, especially with that Tekken vibe of the family feud and shit and Descendants. So yeah, I think that's right up my alley.
So fun fact about Fatal Fury, specifically Terry Bogard. There's a web series on YouTube, for those listening who don't know about it, called Death Battle, where they take two popular characters with all their information, all their storyline facts and statistics and movesets, and have them fight to the death, and show, like, in a mathematical situation and scenario, who has the best odds of winning between the two. And one of their episodes, I forget which season though, is actually Terry Bogard versus Ken Masters from Street Fighter. So it's that Fatal Fury versus Street Fighter actual episode. So for those who are a fan of either Street Fighter or Fatal Fury, check it out. It's Death Battle on YouTube. All you gotta do is search down Ken Masters versus Terry Bogard, or just type down Death Battle. They're awesome. It's an awesome show, awesome series. They have all the imaginative scenarios and death battles you would ever love to see.
Bet.
That's also kind of like Snapchat had this thing, DBX battles or something like that, where they would have. Is that what it is?
That's the same. No, it's the same people, but that's like another version of their web series. But it's just like straight fighting with no. There's like no statistics, no such and such, just all battle. Yeah, DBX. That's with them as well.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
But that kind of leads right into my second movie, which is Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
Oh, then mine's gonna wrap it. Ooh, mine's gonna be really nice. Never mind. Go ahead.
So again, obviously, Princess Mononoke was my first animated movie. Who Framed Roger Rabbit was like, again, around that time. Princess Mononoke came out in 1997. Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I think was a little bit later. But what I did know was even before Princess Mononoke came out, Street Fighter 2 came out in 1994. I didn't find this movie until I actually started trying to look up what anime was. At that time, it was only comics, and you had to, I forgot what the it wasn't Toonami, but it was a Sunday morning thing, which I don't understand why they would play Street Fighter 2 and stuff like that, but it was on Channel 47, and this was one of the movies that came on. And for those who don't know, Street Fighter 2 is rated R. Like, this movie was real.
Yeah.
Was this the one with the Chun-Li fight scene?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, you talking about the one with her and Vega?
Yes.
In the hotel room?
Yes.
Where she actually got naked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the actual live action. No, live action came out in I think, 99.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That live action one with Jean-Claude Van Damme, horrible. No.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about the animated one. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
And I know we're talking about some of the animated characters that you fight with in Street Fighter. The reason why we're doing that is because inside the movie, they give a synopsis of where all of these people connect to end up fighting the head boss, which is Bison, inside the game. A lot of the scenarios make sense somewhat, but the scenarios that go on in this movie is insane. And one thing I didn't know, which now I think about it, it makes perfect sense. I did not know the boxer was Mike Tyson.
Yeah, so all right, so another professor moment, excuse me. So when they originally created the villains for Street Fighter, now I'm forgetting now. Yeah, the boxer, his name was supposed to actually be M Bison, and Bison was supposed to have the boxer's name, so they had to flop him because of what was going on with Mike Tyson at the time, as far as like his boxing career. Plus, they didn't want to seem racist either.
But yeah, no, that was my shit. Like he made me want to start boxing. Period. That motherfucker was like, yo. And kind of makes sense why Mike Tyson is like my favorite fighter, period, ever. But it was like his strength. He was black. They didn't do the big super lips. The whole. It actually looked like it was me.
No, my favorite character was Sagat. That was my boy. I didn't care if I was even trash with him. I'm playing the Sagat first thing. I didn't even care if I was trash. As long as I got to play with Sagat, I was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was for me. It was either Mike Tyson or Dasim or Dasim.
Dasim,
yeah.
You're the fighter.
The one that taught him the Hadouken.
Yeah.
It's funny that people don't know that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about, man.
They also mentioned it on the animated series they had too.
Yo,
yeah, I used to watch that one too.
That's why I'm shocked. Like your number one is in Street Fighter because they came out with so much fire.
They did.
Nah, man, Fatal Fury.
I mean, I respect it. I respect that you did not follow the hype. I respect that. Me, I was the hype wagon.
It's really
I
just
was
because
the Deku of the time.
like I loved Street Fighter and all that, but I just came up playing Fatal Fury more. So it's like I didn't like understand all the hype of it. I kind of got into Street Fighter because of Fatal Fury and SNK.
Oh, okay, that makes sense, man.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, yo, when I saw that shit, I was like, oh yeah, nah, I'm right here. I'm right here.
But we still play Street Fighter. I'll dog in Street Fighter. It's like all those fighting games: Tekken, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Samurai Showdown. All them things. It's like we threw down on them.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that and Tekken was our shit. And
Oh,
Mortal
yeah.
Kombat.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat 2. Add that in.
Left, right, AB.
Yep.
If you're playing with Eddie Gordo, just X and O.
Or
something
do not
like
give your
that.
king
Or-
on Tekken. Oh my god.
No, my dude was Armor King. Armor King was dope.
Yo, Yoshimitsu or King,
Yoshimitsu, though.
Y'all wasn't winning.
Yoshimitsu is weird.
Exactly. That was the reason why. Like, I would sit there and meditate and just fuck people up with the sword.
Lay on the ground after your attack.
Right.
Jump.
Or Eddie. I don't know if y'all remember Eddie the detective.
No, you're talking about
Eddie Gordo?
not Eddie. No,
Not Eddie Gordo.
He's talking about Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The
He's like
detective. I'm thinking. Hold on. Let me get it. I can get his name up.
it's not Eddie, but it's he's a Chinese Interpol detective.
Yeah.
Oh, Law?
No, not
Was
Law.
he? No, not Law. That's Bruce Lee.
That's
Oh, the guy who's supposed to be Jackie Chan.
Yeah, the one
That's you.
Yeah, that's the one that's like Jackie Chan.
I know who you're talking about. I always liked Tekken's little backstories that they had.
So
Was it
Like, you remember in
Long?
Tekken 3?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
so continuing this, funny enough, my second choice is actually Tekken the Motion Picture from 1998. I shit you not. Once he mentioned Fatal Fury, I was like, oh, I gotta bring up Tekken the Motion Picture because not a lot of people know about the movie. Like I came across it completely by accident when I was younger, and it just happened to be like at Blockbuster in like the singular anime section when like we wasn't really getting that many anime VHS over in the States.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the few ones that was over there. So I was like, yo, first, I already had played Tekken 1. And around this time, this Tekken the Motion Picture had came out around when Tekken 2 had came out. And I saw it and I was like, yo, this got to be dope. It's cause I was already hooked on Tekken. Tekken was my first fighting game that I owned, I should say. Cause I played Street Fighter and Fatal Fury, but I never owned them. Tekken was like the first owned fighting game I had. And pretty much Tekken the Motion Picture animated film, like I said before, originally was in Japan was a 2-part short film, but later just became a full-on movie once it got imported to other networks outside of Japan. Pretty much the outline for this one was pretty much talking about Jin Kazuma, who gets introduced in Tekken 2, and pretty much talks about him and his father, Heihachi. I gotta take a minute to pronounce his name right. Yeah, but Heihachi and talking about like pretty much their upbringing, stuff like that, and their whole family struggles and stuff like that. And it pretty much talks about how Heihachi treated him like shit because of his bloodline as a child, and pretty much it's like the whole road to revenge kind of thing, where Heihachi is hosting the King of Iron Fist tournament. I think this is like either the first one in the movie or the second one, but it's all a setup for Kazuya to show up. And then you get introduced to all the other characters from the game and stuff like that. And it also does like a side introduction to the female character, Jun Kazama, who is, for those who don't know, ends up being Jin's mom and stuff like that. And pretty much talks about but it pretty much mainly focuses on Kazuya, and then Jun is in it as well because she gets involved because apparently her and Kazuya were childhood friends when she knew him when he was nice before the incident between him and Heihachi. Because for those who played the game and stuff like that, y'all know that like when he was little, Heihachi's philosophy was from the method of the lions, because they say that like for lion cubs, the male father lion tosses the children off a cliff, and the ones that climb back up are the ones that are raised, because they don't raise the weak ones. And so that was Heihachi's philosophy with Kazuya. So he literally threw him off a cliff and was like, "If you're really my son, you'll get up." And he just tossed him, and that was the triggering point that triggered his family's bloodline of the Devil Jin, which as you see through the movie, his like devil powers are manifesting. Which, you know what I'm saying, when you play the game, you'll fight Kazuya, and then you'll fight Devil Kazuya, and pretty much that just talks about the background of like who Kazuya is and where that Devil Kazuya form comes from. And then towards the end of the movie, it introduces Jin as a child, showing that like Jin is Kazuya's son, which has the whole grandfather, father, and son with the Mishima family struggle that goes through the entire line of all the Tekken games. So yeah,
if you played Tekken 7, you definitely know all of this.
Oh yeah, especially from Tekken 7. Like, oh my god, they amped it up. But yeah, anyone who's a Tekken fan and you have not seen this movie, I highly recommend. It's I forget what the rating was, but it's all uncensored. You know what I'm saying? Blood, guts, all that good stuff. Like, this movie introduced me to the mature content of anime and how far they can go.
Yep. And how much I liked it.
So yeah, so this definitely was my pick. Once he mentioned Fatal Fury, I was like, oh yeah, I definitely got to bring up Tekken the motion picture, man, because this one did a good job. And I think I still have a digital copy of it myself anyway too.
I gotta see that. I never actually saw the actual movie. I only played the games, so
Yeah.
I know the whole storyline, but I never saw it like in a chain of events outside of Tekken 7, which pretty much felt like a movie.
It did, low key. Especially when they added Akuma. Oh my god, that was low key kind of genius.
Yeah. What was y'all best like top 5 fighting games in history?
I got mine.
In your personal top 5, not top 5 ever, just personal top 5.
Alright, so Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
Hey.
I got Capcom versus SNK. I got King of Fighters 99. Or I think it's 2000. I think it's King of Fighters 2000. Mm-hmm. I'm at 3 right now.
Yeah.
Alright. For the culture, Def Jam fighting game.
Yes.
Oh, I was about to be upset if you didn't have that on your list.
New York, boy.
I was gonna be mad.
Yo,
that game.
That was like the hood Smash Bros, man. Like,
that's what
period.
I'm saying.
That was the
That's
ghetto
what I'm
Smash
saying.
Bros. Like, that was for the streets, bro.
Yo, if Def Jam came out now, could you imagine?
Bro, oh my god.
The takeover that would have? Oh my god.
Them games was dope. And then I got one more. And then, honestly, I gotta put Super Smash Brothers. That series is like, to me, that's where I got to see a lot of my favorite, like, just normal video game characters all come into a video game and get to play as Link. Because I was obsessed with Zelda, and then Star Fox, and then and then they added like Mega Man and all that.
Yes.
Those are my favorite. Dragon Ball Z has a special, what do you call
Honorable
that?
mention?
Honorable mention. Dragon Ball Z games, because I was playing those on the computer back when I couldn't even get them on like a system.
Yeah.
We would play on like the emulators and stuff. So
yeah.
And let me make this clear. This is not the top 5 best games ever made. This is literally just our personal top 5. So, this is our personal top 5.
personal.
Yes.
Personal.
Right. I mean, I can get mine off. Yeah, I don't think I'm crazy, and this is the first fighting game I ever had, so this is why it's even on the list. And again, it's a childhood relic for me, but it was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for Sega.
Hey,
I don't know if y'all remember this,
okay.
But that shit we used to play get beat downs because of how much we played. Because we couldn't save, so we turn it off. It's a wrap.
I remember that.
So y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, but they came out with a new Power Rangers fighting game called Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Really awesome 2D fighting game. I have it on my Switch. I recommend it. The storyline is awesome. It's based off a comic series called The Shattered Grid. Sorry, I'm having Professor Mode again. But awesome. Like I said, if you want to get your Power Ranger back on, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid was awesome. It's an awesome fighting game. Really, really good.
All right, number 2 on my list is Mortal Kombat. Sega, again, I'm old, man. Sega was my, Mortal Kombat, this is where I fell in love with Scorpion. Anybody know me, I'm a huge Scorpion fan, period. That's the number 1 player ever on Mortal Kombat. But going forward, got to go with Def Jam. Def Jam for number 3 for me. Definitely Def Jam for number 3. Number 4 is Budokai 2. I can't get past Budokai 2 without saying, because me and my brother used to go at it on the PS2 with me being whatever character and him going Super Saiyan 2 Goku. And number 4 for me, I gotta say, I'm gonna have to go with Tekken Tag 2. Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with Tekken Tag 2 because there was a lot playing that whole storyline, playing as Lee, I had Eddie, all of them. So many memories I've had from playing that, and I would feel slated if I didn't say Street Fighter, but I can't say Street Fighter. It's
a love-hate
hard
kind of thing.
because it's Capcom versus.
Is it Capcom versus Marvel?
Yeah, but
yeah.
I want to say Street Fighter, but Capcom versus Marvel was I couldn't. Wolverine was my guy.
He was fun in that.
Yeah. Honestly, I didn't really get into the whole hype train of Marvel vs. Capcom. Honestly, I stayed away from it. I know, odd as that sounds, I stayed away from it.
Yeah, I gotta go with Marvel vs. Capcom, only because I played more on that than I did Smash. Yeah, I gotta go with that. I'm gonna go with Marvel vs. Capcom for number 5.
Man, off rip, I gotta put Smash Bros. And Def Jam Fight for New York. I know those were when I was growing up, those were you know what I'm saying? Yo, we about to settle this? We're gonna settle it with one of these 2 games, for real. That was the hood classics right there. And then I gotta bring in Tekken because I played pretty much every Tekken game from PlayStation to PlayStation 4. I gotta bring in Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. Cause I know because it had a little bit more characters. The tournament mode on there, where you can put everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm a huge fan. Plus, I'm a huge fan of Super Saiyan 4. So once they brought that out on Budokai 3, I was like, oh no, I'm in there.
Yeah, it was 2 for me. I couldn't get past it. Even when 3 came out, I was still playing it.
And then number 5. Well, number 5, I'll say Mortal Kombat, because I would say I'm trash at the game, but I like the storyline of Mortal Kombat. I'll admit I'm trash at Mortal Kombat. The pacing for that is a lot different. No. I'm sorry. Back up. I gotta put Mortal Kombat to the side. SoCal.
Oh,
I'm so sorry. SoCal. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry,
Soul
Calibur.
SoCal.
I'm so sorry. You definitely get the honorable mention at least.
Nah, SoCal on the list, bro. I'm put Mortal
Thank
Kombat
you.
would be
Thank
an
you for
honorable
saving
mention
us.
for me. But Soul Cal's on my list, bro. Soul Cal was like, it brought a little something extra to the table, bro. Like,
It was dope.
I knew was the reason why I held out at 4.
Yes.
Maxie had the nunchucks and
then they always come with a fire special character every game.
yeah, they had Link in that one game.
For the when it came out for the GameCube.
Soul Calibur 4 for GameCube, yeah.
And then when they brought
I used to fuck people up with.
Raphael
yeah.
had the pole staff, the bow staff.
Yep. No, he had the sword. He was the conquistador.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I only liked it because he had my name.
Hey, y'all forgetting Dead or Alive. That's a classic.
It is, but
I know that game was trash.
no, I'm not. No,
It's like saying the
trash.
DC fighter game.
No, it's I'm talking about Injustice.
Oh, you know the name.
No, Injustice. Well, Injustice was just Mortal Kombat with DC skin.
Yeah.
Like that's honestly all it was. Now, granted, Injustice 2 was pretty fire because they had a whole bunch of cool special characters in there. Like they added Hellboy and the Ninja Turtles. I was like, oh, y'all going in. I ain't buy it, but that was fire.
Oh crap! I just realized I didn't give my second movie.
Yeah, because somebody, Justin, wanted to go into the whole fighting video game thing, but it's okay.
My bad.
All right, the last movie is from 1993 originally, and I'm proud to say that I was one of the first people to watch it, at least in my school and out of like my friend group. Dragon Ball Z, the Broly movie,
Ooh,
the first one.
yes. Well, I wanted to. I feel like the Dragon Ball Z movies can be like could be like their own separate episodes because I wanted to mention that one too.
Yeah.
Mine's
All right, fine.
no.
I'll take
Go
that
ahead.
out.
No, go ahead.
No, you got it. You got it. Because I want to bring up Cooler then. Like,
Nah, mine was Super Android 13.
yeah. But Cooler was, yeah, go ahead about Broly.
Oh, but anyway, so pretty much this is most people have probably seen Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, but back then, a lot of people in America, at least, that weren't big anime fans didn't know who Broly was because he hadn't made his way to America yet. So, as we all know, Broly's a legendary Super Saiyan, but his origin story was changed in this movie. The last movie, he was driven insane because the Saiyan that was next to him in his sleeping pod was Goku. Mm-hmm. And all Goku did was cry all day long. So he grew, like, that drove him insane. It drove him insane. And then he pretty much grew up with like an unknown hate for Goku.
Yeah.
And they ended up, his like dad, they changed the story in the new one. His dad, like, didn't he come to like, he came to Earth.
Yeah, he came.
Got Vegeta to go with him. Say there's like a new sane planet.
Yeah,
blah blah
he
blah.
developed a new planet Vegeta.
Yeah, and then I don't remember exactly the specifics of it, but I remember they did fight on the snow planet, like the new movie, but this time it was more people. They brought Trunks, future Trunks.
But I
Gohan.
remember a little bit. I remember the specifics. Sadly enough.
Yeah, Piccolo. I don't even know why Piccolo was there, and I don't know if Krillin was there, but everyone was getting dogged.
No, so
like just straight up dogged.
So Krillin was there, but it was like I was like in the beginning of the movie when Paragus showed up to Earth to tell Vegeta about the new planet, and it was no. I'm sorry. Krillin was there because Master Roshi was there as well, but Master Roshi and Krillin didn't fight. The ones who fought was Gohan, Goku, Trunks, and Piccolo, and then eventually Vegeta. But the rest, because Krillin and Master Roshi was taking the other aliens who was enslaved on the planet, they took them to escape. Boom.
Thank you, sir. But yeah, those fighting scenes, they were getting wrecked. I remember I don't remember the exact Saiyans, but Broly went and grabbed two of the Saiyans by their face and then was running along and rubbing their faces into the mountains
Rubbed them into
and then
the dirt.
threw them. like he was dogging, and then they did Vegeta dirty like usual.
Yeah.
Vegeta tried to do something, and he got thrown into he got thrown into the side of a mountain got dogged.
He got drugged, man. Like,
just by the way, have y'all seen that new meme going around? It's like Vegeta, I'll take this one, Kakarot. Vegeta 2 seconds later, and it's Batman getting thrown through walls.
Man, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But anyway, you guys should definitely check the movie out. Not you guys. You guys have probably seen it.
Of course.
But everyone else, you guys should go check that movie out because it's the first introduction to Broly. And it took them how many years? 23 or 24 years to make another, like to introduce Broly again.
Yeah.
And people had been asking for it for a long time for it to be
because they wanted him to be canon. Like,
yeah. Well, it's a lot of the movie. It's a couple of the movie. Well, I think it's mainly Broly and Cooler. They wanted to make canon out of from the movies.
I think the most savage moment in that movie, period, was when fucking Gohan was like, "Yeah, I can take him," and that motherfucker didn't even look at him; just launched and was like, "Fuck out of here."
Right.
I think the second one when they was played again. I can't even say it. It was like when he destroyed planets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, you gotta look at the movie. I don't want to spoil it, but oh my god,
and
Broly was the definition of savage. Period.
Oh yeah, he was definitely like one of the most hyped up and iconic Dragon Ball villains. I would have to say, like, if you bring up top Dragon Ball Z villains, he comes up. Like, he has to be on your list.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of Cooler, not even Cooler. I don't think anybody really topping him as far as a villain.
He's too damn strong. He's the Hulk of Dragon Ball Z.
True. And for those who are a big fan of the Dragon Ball Z Broly movie, also check out on YouTube. Also understand, I am not getting paid to advertise none of this. I'm just a big fan. Just want to put that out there. But also check out Team 4 Star on YouTube. They also have Dragon Ball Z Abridged series. And one of their movie abridged in the series is Dragon Ball Z Abridged Broly Legendary Super Saiyan. It's the shorter version of the Broly movie with their comedy twist to it. It's awesome. Same awesome action, but just a little bit of a more, I would say, adultish content. But it's awesome. This is awesome as well. So if you've already seen the Legendary Super Saiyan movie, also check out the abridged version on YouTube.
Hey.
Oh, one thing I did want to add before. Oh, whatever. Power Stone. I thought that for the Dreamcast, that game, not even like one of the all-time greats. That game was just extremely fun. I don't know if you guys ever got to play it growing up. Not a lot of people had the Dreamcast. Did y'all have it?
Yeah, I had it. Only thing I remember from the Dreamcast is two things. One, Sonic with the memory stick, taking that and playing it.
Yep. Sonic Adventure 2.
WCW and versus Raw.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all should check out some gameplay on Power Stone. It was just like this fun little fighting game. But that was it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to do an episode coming up of just strictly games. Because I feel like there's so many games in the 30 years that I've been alive, or close to 30 years that I've been alive, that it needs its recognition. Like, man.
Nah, yeah, most def. I mean, if you guys think we should go ahead and bust out an anime video game episode, let us know in the comment section. And whether it be on our Instagram or our Facebook, or if you're listening to this on Spotify or YouTube or any other media outlet where you're listening to this on, hit us up and give us your comments on if we should go ahead and knock this out. This sounds like this might be a topic for next month, honestly.
Yeah.
Once we finish up the
That'd be a
movie.
fun topic.
Because I used to play Final Fantasy, but when they started talking about I had to pay monthly, I was like, nah.
Oh, is that for that online game?
Yeah. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
I
one.
got that.
I definitely
No, yeah,
got a lot of anime-esque. Like, we'd be talking about just like Japanese RPGs, all that type of shit.
Oh yeah, again.
That would
all
follow.
that
Yeah.
stuff.
So that would be able to. I'd have my Sir Shaq, my Sir Shaq graduate cap on.
Yep. Yu Yu Hakusho the game.
I didn't even know they had a game for that. I didn't know that one.
Don't get me started on that one. That was on the PS2 Dark Tournament, the best story arc in Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's the first time I got jumped.
Man,
because they didn't know what a spirit. Like, I was playing with my friends, they didn't know what the spirit bomb was. Oh,
yeah.
They was ready to set it on me.
But yeah, guys, let us know. This sounds like this might be the next thing for going into April. So just let us know in the comment section, all that good stuff. Reach out to us, let us know.
And as always, man, if you see us, if you think you know us, cool, reach out, talk to us. We are always looking for content, always looking for ways to collab. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Shout out y'all handles so people can reach y'all. You can start off, JP, because you got everything almost the same.
All right, bet. So you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at JP_too_much. And that's TOOMUCH, just to help you out in case you're not as good at spelling. It's okay. I'm here to help. And then I got my Facebook fighter page, JP Too Much St. Louis, fully spelled out. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
How about you, Shaq?
Man, you can just hit me up on Instagram as Sir Shaq altogether. I'm not really on Twitter, for real. I'm probably going to end up getting back on there. I'm also on there as Sir Shaq. If you want to add me on that one, that's cool too.
All right, and last but certainly not least is me. You can find me at JLove716 on all platforms, rather it be Instagram, Twitter, or Twitch. Actually even got a Twitch too, and Snapchat as well. All JLove716, and for gaming, it's JLove14215 on PS4. And again, shout out if you want to get on the Switch gang with us. Let us know. Our friend codes is too long to be putting out on this, but we'll definitely.
Yeah, I was about to say. I know you're not about to say all them damn numbers.
Exactly. But if you go to our Spicy Ramen Gaming page, which is Spicy Ramen Gaming, you can definitely just send out a message on that, and we'll definitely connect you. We will be more active on that. If you go to our Spicy Ramen podcast page. Either one, we try to put more of the gaming stuff on the gaming page, obviously. But if you want to be able to just reach out to us, go to the Spicy Ramen podcast or Spicy Ramen podcast on Instagram. And on Twitter, we're growing on Twitter, even getting better at Twitter. On Twitter at Spicy Ramen P. But that's it. Did y'all want to give out any animes or mangas that y'all are currently reading? Anything updates that y'all wanted to give?
I have been reading the same stuff just about, but I don't think I've read the past week or two of Demon Slayer. I mean, I might say that, but I might just be a week behind. But that's because I'm all caught up.
It's at 197.
It's at 197. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the last one I read was 196. So I'm pretty much all caught up.
Okay.
I'm reading Dr. Stone still, but I'm a little bit behind on that. And really, I've just been playing Pokemon Switch. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
And some other games.
How about you, Jack?
Yeah, I'm still I'm still caught up for all of those who still catching up on Dragon Ball Super the manga with the current story they got going on, and then also in Dragon Ball related news, they've just recently this past month started with Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I know it's a touchy subject, but that's all we're gonna get right now. With the Big Bang mission, starting off that the next story arc, which is Big Bang mission, still short 9 to 10 episodes. If you're still watching that, still get that Dragon Ball Z itch. You know what I'm saying? It's still going on and everything. And still no updates on a possible second season, if you want to say, of Dragon Ball Super. But as soon as that information starts getting out from other additional sources, I will make sure to post it up on here as soon as possible. Also catching up on Fire Force, Vinland Saga. I'm like 5 episodes away, so I'm almost done.
And you caught up.
Be quiet. And then also watching another small short series that's actually Pokemon related called Pokemon Twilight Chronicles. I might be saying this wrong, but it's pretty much just a short series that talks about a couple of events that's happening in Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is called the Galar region. There are only 2 episodes in. The recent episode was about one of the gym leaders, Gym Leader B from the fighting gym leader from Pokemon Sword. So if anyone, and then also Pokemon is still having their next anime series going on right now with Ash and all of his adventures and all that good stuff. So he's still doing that shit. So yeah.
All right. Well, I'm the manga god of the group. Start off this from the very beginning. If anybody has a link to Promised Neverland 170, please drop that, because I am hurting right now. I need to know. I know for the listeners, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, please go and read. I've been in tears since last week. I'm so amped for what's happening. And new manga alert. The beginning after the end is fire. It is on its 55th chapter. If you are a manga reader like me, it is webtoon based, so it's straight up and down scrolling. There's beautiful art in it. I can't wait for it to become an animated series. Great work, and again, something great that is picking up the torch to me for those who are reading Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling for me, it's becoming a little bit just too OP. I don't know what enemy that they're trying to build up for, but I know that this is getting a little insane. I will start doing reviews on manga coming. It is coming. Believe me, I know I'm going to get into detail with a lot of stuff. For Demon Slayer, I've read all the chapters. I'm waiting for the new one to drop to give some sort of explanation on where they're taking this. And of course, My Hero Academia and Black Clover. Black Clover to me, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's getting meh at this point. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Black Clover. But My Hero Academia, shout out to these directors, because what they do is insane. I don't know why they do it, but they are fucking amazing. They let every person, it kind of feels like One Piece, because again, I know there's no real tier god on One Piece, but it kind of feels like One Piece on how much they do in character detail and how they allow every single character to get a boost. This past chapter is a prime example of that. Again, I won't get into all the detail, but I appreciate what these writers are doing. One Piece, yeah, I'm going to do a review on that. I can't get into it because it's just too much. I think, yeah, we all know what we're talking about for those One Piece readers. And for Kingdom. God,
here we go.
My boy of the High Shen unit. What else can he do? What else does he have to do? Like, pure gold. And what's about to happen next week? 635 is coming up. If you have a link for it, let me know. My apps aren't keeping up with the translations on Reddit. So please, if you have a link, let me know. But man, God damn it. That is just fucking amazing. Thank you guys for everything that y'all listen to. Thank you for everything that y'all write, talk about. I'm going to give another huge shout out to Chelsea. She definitely gave our fairy tale review real early.
Hey, man. You know what? I wasn't even going to bring that up. But you know what? You can go fuck yourself.
And for those who comment, if you see Spicy Ramen Podcast comment, that is J Love commenting. I can't comment because it's on my name. So anybody who's commenting, please realize that is J Love commenting, not the group's opinion. It is solely me commenting.
Yeah, 'cause he said some dumb shit. If some of y'all seen the comments.
Well, Tokyo, nah. Some of them will be factual. Like season 3 of Tokyo Ghoul was trash. But thank you guys as always. You're about to hear our boy Shaq in a second, but we just wanted to say we appreciate y'all and thank you for listening.
Yo.
All right, peace.
You have just been served another episode of the Spicy Ramen Podcast. Thanks for listening in. Make sure to follow us on social media platforms of Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And listen to more episodes on Podbean and Spotify. If you want more, follow us on YouTube. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell too, so you can stay tuned to all of our latest episodes. Until again, keep it spicy.